Welcome back to Technology Review, where today's deep dive reveals Apple's radical shift in iPhone release strategy, and it's more than just another annual upgrade. From the anticipated iPhone 17 Pro Max to a new mid-range iPhone 17e, and even foldables on the horizon, Apple is clearly rewriting the rulebook for its next-generation smartphones. This isn't just a specs bump. It's a full-blown roadmap overhaul that might change the iPhone lineup forever. Let's unpack everything insiders and analysts are pointing to, especially Ming-Chi Kuo's game-changing revelations. Based on his insights, Apple appears set to break from tradition with an entirely new product release cadence starting as early as 2026. For the first time in over a decade, Apple could split its iPhone launches into two waves, one in spring and another in fall, to strategically combat increasing pressure from Chinese competitors like Huawei, Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo. The growing success of these brands, especially in China, has forced Apple to get aggressive, modern, and most importantly, flexible. But before we get to the long-term vision, the first major step is reportedly coming in 2025 with the introduction of the iPhone 17e. A more affordable variant that will likely sit below the iPhone 17 Slim and above SE-class models. This 17e is set to launch early in the year, marking a critical step in Apple's bid to eliminate the need for its SE lineup entirely. Kuo claims this change is a strategic one, aiming to bridge the marketing gap that happens when rival companies dominate the spotlight in Q1 and Q2. Apple wants to make sure they have fresh products on shelves when Android flagships are getting all the attention. Moving up the ladder, the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max are shaping up to be the most exciting iPhones in years, not just in terms of timing, but sheer capability. Apple appears to be cooking up a major camera overhaul, new Pro-level features, and possibly even a reworked design. Rumors suggest the 17 Pro series will receive the biggest camera upgrade since the iPhone X, with some features that could even surpass Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra. Let's talk camera, because that's where the excitement really builds. Recent reports hint at a brand new 48MP telephoto camera sensor, a monumental leap over the 12MP version in the iPhone 16 Pro models. This isn't just about megapixels. It's about capturing more detail, better low-light performance, and sharper zoomed-in shots. And while the zoom range could technically drop from 5x to 3.5x, Apple's software processing improvements, like pixel binning and computational zoom, will likely make up the difference, and then some. Interestingly, we may also see the arrival of a variable aperture system, potentially exclusive to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Though not confirmed, variable aperture tech would allow users greater control over depth of field, enabling everything from cinematic-style bokeh to ultra-sharp landscape shots in one click. It's a creative's dream, especially when paired with Apple's powerful photonic engine. Also on the camera front, Kuo and other leakers predict a jump to a 24MP front-facing camera with a 6-element lens design, replacing the current 12MP true depth setup that's been in place since the iPhone 11 era. This change should drastically improve selfies, video calls, and content creation under dynamic lighting conditions, an area where Apple has already led the pack. It's also rumored that Apple may finally unlock native dual-camera video recording, allowing users to simultaneously shoot from the front and back lenses. No third-party apps needed. And speaking of native features, Apple might introduce a revamped camera UI with new pro-grade tools. From cinematic capture to seamless zoom transitions and audio mixing, a feature pioneered on the iPhone 16 Pro, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will likely be positioned as full-fledged media creation tools, not just phones with nice cameras. Meanwhile, we're not just seeing new models, but a whole lineup restructuring. Apple reportedly plans to include the iPhone 17 Slim, a thinner and lighter variant aimed at those who want pro-level specs in a smaller, more ergonomic design. It's expected to inherit much of the Pro's power but lose some camera functionality and price in the process. Apple is clearly targeting a new slice of users, those who don't want a huge phone but don't want to settle either. And what about the iPhone foldable? Qua claims a first-gen foldable iPhone could arrive in late 2026, possibly alongside the iPhone 18 Pro series. It's still in development, but early rumors suggest it will prioritize durability, hinge innovation, and fold-flat technology. Interestingly, this foldable might not even be the main iPhone. It could act more like a Pro Max alternative or entirely separate series with its own features. This restructuring leads us to a future roadmap that's nearly unrecognizable from the current model. Here's how it's projected. 2025, iPhone 17 Pro, Pro Max, Slim, and 17e. 2026, first half iPhone 18 and 18e. 2026, second half iPhone 18 Pro series and first foldable iPhone. 2027, foldable 2, iPhone 19 Pro series and 19 Slim. All of this points to one fact. Apple is entering a phase of hyperproductivity, fueled by both competition and a hunger for innovation. They're no longer just iterating year by year. They're creating a multi-device ecosystem with specialized use cases. Whether it's affordability, portability, or premium performance, every type of user will have a tailored iPhone. Let's not forget the impact of AI either. While not explicitly covered in leaks, Apple's behind-the-scenes push toward on-device generative AI is likely to shape much of what iOS 18 and beyond look like. Think smarter photo sorting, real-time camera adjustments, and AI-powered editing that rivals desktop software, all within the Photos or Camera app. The iPhone 17 Pro Max might be the first to fully utilize this. And yes, USB-C is staying, but expect improvements to charging speeds, power management, and possibly faster Thunderbolt data transfers in Pro models. Battery life should also improve, especially in the Pro Max version, which could feature a denser battery architecture and Apple's new A18 Pro chip, built on a more power-efficient 3nm Plus process. But let's get real. Will the iPhone 17 Pro Max truly feel different? If all these features hit, upgraded cameras, dual video support, AI software boosts, and maybe even a new chassis design, then yes. The iPhone 17 Pro Max could feel like the start of a new era rather than just a continuation. And if the roadmap is accurate, it's just the beginning. This shift to staggered launches may sound subtle, but it's Apple's way of building momentum year-round. Instead of putting all the eggs in one September basket, Apple wants to be in the spotlight in both Q1 and Q3. More events, more hype, more reasons to upgrade. If you felt like the iPhone lineup has been playing it safe for too long, the next 24 months might just change your mind. From camera tech to foldables, and from a new E-series to production cycles, Apple is retooling every part of its strategy, and it's shaping up to be a bold, calculated move. This is Technology Review, and if you're not paying attention, you might just miss the most transformative shift in iPhone history.